Now, when we think of the smartest animals, when we think of smartest animals, most of us would go straight to donkeys, dolphins, or even dogs.
Did you say donkeys?
Yeah.
Monkeys. Oh, man.
What a donkey we
Oh,
have.
I don't know. I feel like a donkey today. But instead, people, we need to look to the sky, for example. Not to your TV screen, not to us. The sky for examples of serious intelligence. And we are joined by our favourite wildlife ecologist and author, Dr. Grainne Cleary. It's good to see you, Dr. Grainne.
Good morning to you all. It's great to be back on.
Well, we could probably agree that your birds are smarter than a
me.
pair of morning TV hosts. But are birds really that smart?
They really are. So some of our smartest birds in Australia are the cockatoos and the parrots, the magpies, and also the crows and the ravens. So we have some of the most intelligent birds in the world right here in Australia.
Oh, great.
Ow, but he's not eating my ear. Hang on.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Hey, Grainne, what would be the world's smartest bird?
So at the moment, I'm thinking it might be the New Caledonian crow or maybe the grey parrot, the African grey parrot. But I bet you it's an Australian bird. We just need to do more research on them. We have very little research on behaviour of magpies and of cockatoos. So we need to get more research to really understand how intelligent these birds actually are.
And you say that intelligence comes in different forms. So what are some of the more unique ways that some birds have adapted to situations?
Play. A lot of our birds here are long-lived, which means that they don't reach maturity until they're much older, as old as 7 or 8. So they have this prolonged childhood. And it's during this childhood that they actually interact with other birds. They interact with other individuals. And this allows them to understand social rules. So birds are very social creatures. So this long childhood they have where they play with each other is part of an intelligence. It is preparing them for adulthood. So it's one of the amazing things about Australia is this long childhood a lot of our birds have, just like kids. And they learn how to develop their social skills.
Wow.
Oh.
He didn't look too smart smashing his head around like that.
Yeah.
Come here, Grainne, tell us about dodos. Always hear like you're dumb as a dodo. Were they really that stupid?
No, they weren't. So dodos were found on an island in Mauritius, a Mauritius island, and they had evolved, they had landed there and evolved to the island, and there was no predators on the island. There was no rats, there was no humans. So the birds became flightless and they were ground-dwelling birds. And then along came the Dutch. And the Dutch saw these birds and thought, OK, we could use these as food. So they used to bring them on board their ships and really fatten them up and keep them alive so they could feed on them on their voyages. But this means the picture we have of the dodo is this fat, stupid-looking bird. It wasn't. That's just the pictures the sailors drew after they had really fattened them up. So, no, they were well adapted to their environment. They weren't stupid. They just didn't think humans were a predator. They didn't think humans were a threat. Oh. They know different now, the poor...
That's like the freaky dicky Dutch.
Extinct now. Humans were a threat.
Grainne, people who have birds as pets, how do we keep them mentally stimulated? OK,
so as you might have guessed, I don't have children. I have birds. But these two are like having about a 2.5-year-old, a 3-year-old constantly. You need lots of stimulation. You need lots of toys. So you can see in the cage, we provide a range of different toys. But the galah will prefer to pick things with his beak. But the koala wants to use his foot to investigate things using his foot and his eyes. So we have to provide a range of toys. I can just show you, this is my favourite toy. It's called a disco ball. And they have these little suitors. In the 90s, we used to wear these as necklaces. They were all the rage. So I just think this is the awesomest toy. And yeah, they play with this by picking at it, trying to pick them out. Yeah, so lots and lots of toys to keep them entertainment. And it is a commitment to get these birds. As I said, these birds could live up to 50 years. You know, they probably outlived me. So, yeah, they're long-lived, so it is a commitment.
Can you teach birds to do tricks or to talk? Or does that only work with parrots?
Yeah. Yeah, no, we can, and we know that they can be great mimics. And we're teaching them Irish at the moment, so we're trying to teach them Dear Grit, which is hello in Irish.
Can you show me? Can you show us?
Dear Grit. Oh, they don't do it on television for me. I wish. Dizzy, do you gwitch? Do you gwitch? No, they're looking back at me saying, nah, I'm not going to do it for you. Come on, Studio 10, do you gwit? No, she's too busy eating.
Try top of the morning, see if that one works.
Top of the morning to you. How you going? Are you all right there, love? Yeah.
You're flaming glass.
Oh,
you're a great Grainne. I love you.
You're flaming glass. I think it's brilliant. I just love being on the show.
See, homeschooling's for everyone.
Oh, we love you, Grainne. Don't forget to check out Grainne's book, Your Backyard Birds. It's always a great morning when you're on our show. Thanks again, Grainne.
Thank you for having me on and speak to you soon. Have a great day.
Thanks for making us
peppy.
smarter. I love her.
She's so
Oh, she's
peppy. I
great,
love her.